My countrymen, as of the 21st of this month, I signed Proclamation number 1081, placing the entire Philippines under martial law.
My father was a lawyer whose first office was in crowded and gay Avenida Rizal, in a building right beside big movie houses like Odeon and Life and Galaxy, where I saw blockbusters like The Ten Commandments, The Young Ones, Ben-Hur, and all the Elvis Presley movies. My mother was a public school teacher, later a public school principal of several schools. My parents are both hardworking and frugal, but there was just no excess income. We had pillowcases and bed sheets with tiny, pretty flowers. I even had that for my house dress. They were all from chicken feed. The feed was sold by the sack, and the sack came printed with the tiniest flowers. Despite my parents' frugality, the one thing they never script on was our schooling. I was mentored practically my entire life by Catholic American nuns, and for a brief time by Catholic Belgian nuns, because when I finally had a choice, I wanted to study comparative English literature, and Maryknoll had a good lit program. It was these private schools that articulated the class divide for me. Summer of '71, just before my senior year in college, I represented our school paper, the Kiro, at a CEGP conference. That is the College Editors Guild of the Philippines, which had from 150 to 250 school papers under its wing. The highlight of the CEGP Congress was the election of national officers. Who would lead the massive national organization? Would it be the pro-government bloc, or would it be the Mavericks? Eventually, the Mavericks, led by Tony Tagamulila of UP Diliman Collegian, won that tense election of '71, 1 year before martial law was declared by Ferdinand Marcos. Incidentally, I was asked to join the Mavericks late, and thus began my life as a Maverick. I liked how this guy would be taken seriously by so many, as campus leader, as writer, as thinker. Another Maverick I enjoyed was Babes Calixto. He looked real macho driving around in a huge motorcycle. One night, we were all at our CEGP San Francisco del Monte headquarters when I developed a headache. Without much talk, Babes got on his motorcycle and drove through the night air to far Plaza Miranda, where there was a 24-hour mercury drug. He came back with aspirin. While I was in prison in Fort Bonifacio, we received word that Tony and Babes had been killed by soldiers. Just weeks apart, we were all in our early 20s. I would hear of many more deaths of writers. One was made to dig his own grave before he was killed. When his wife got the news, she was in the same prison I was in, and I remember the image of her silently fixing her papers, folding her clothes, getting her steel bunk in order, just moving silently, repeating her motions. Where we got our gumption, some call it courage, will be answered differently by each of us. I know where I got mine. I made myself not think, period. Existing in the moment, feeling weightless. But through it all, I had this one certainty. I am a good person. I am in the right. None of this evil can touch me.